Welcome into another edition of the Drive Home Forecast, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and this is a live look at the beautiful beaches down on the Alabama Gulf Coast. And this is the camera that's sitting here at the Perdido Beach Boulevard, and of course, the Canal Road area as well. So that is a beautiful oasis looking shot right there. And as you can see, a lot of people are out and about down there, as it is rather dry down there, but it is wet in other portions of Alabama. And give me just a second, and I will turn off the camera and go to the radar. But once again, that is down there on the beautiful Alabama beaches. And I hope you can see this. Great, come on. Let's try this again, folks. I do apologize about that. Once again, this is the Drive Home Forecast, and I apologize, but we are looking now at the beautiful Alabama beaches down on the beautiful coast of Alabama. And like I said, I apologize for not pulling it up there at the first, but there again, it is gorgeous down there on the Alabama Gulf Coast, and that is without a doubt a beautiful oasis and a beautiful picture right there, down there on the beautiful beaches of Alabama. And this picture is at Perdido Beach Boulevard and the intersection of Canal Road right there in Orange Beach. But there are other showers and thunderstorms that are producing a lot of flooding around a good portion of the Alabama area. So give me just a second and I will pull up the radar for you guys. And as you can see, there's a lot of flash flooding that is ongoing down here in central and west Alabama. And then, of course, there's also flash flooding going on in east Alabama and then around the Columbus, Mississippi metro area as well. So there is the live look at what's going on in and around the Alabama area. And as you can see, we're going to start down here close to the Utah area, and especially down here in the Sumter County area, because if you're traveling along the Highway 80 corridor, basically going from Livingston and York, Demopolis over to Selma, you're going to be impacted by some extremely heavy rain. And also, if you are traveling along the area there near the University of West Alabama, you're going to be impacted by a nasty thunderstorm. And as you can see, there is lightning within this, as there is a lightning strike on the radar. So if you're traveling home in and around the city of York, Livingston, or Demopolis this afternoon, just note that there's going to be some nasty thunderstorms that are going to impact your drive home. Now, this does look like it is going to stay south of the city of Utah and south of the city of Moundville and Tuscaloosa. So that is the good news, that it's actually going to be a little bit further off to the south. And I think right now a good reference point would be anybody traveling home from the 14 corridor all the way south are going to be impacted by rain and thunderstorms this afternoon. If you are north of that area, I think you are going to have a dry drive home. North of the 14 corridor, north of a line from Utah to Greensboro, and then over to Marion, and any point off to the south or to the west, you're going to have a shot of seeing showers and some heavy thunderstorms to deal with on your drive home this afternoon. Now let's move over here and talk about the Tuscaloosa and the Birmingham metro area. And as you can see, all is dry from a good portion of Alabama and a good portion of the Tuscaloosa metro area. However, if you're traveling along the 2059 going between Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, there is light to moderate rain falling anywhere from the Mercedes plant and Bessemer all the way back into Cottondale, Brookwood, Coaling, Vance, and places in between. So it's going to be a light to moderate rain along the 2059 corridor, basically from the Skyland Boulevard exit all the way up to the Birmingham metro area. And there you can see that all of the Birmingham metro and all of Jefferson County is currently under moderate to light rain that's falling, and that is basically from, I would say, the areas of Sulphur Springs, which is in Coleman County, all the way down to Alabaster. So if you are traveling from Sulphur Springs in Coleman County all the way down to Alabaster in the Birmingham metro area, you're going to have a lot of heavy rain to deal with for your drive home. And basically it is just sitting over that area and it's not really moving that much. Now you could get a couple of breaks down here, as there is currently a break right now down here in between Bessemer and Hoover. But right now for downtown metro Birmingham and the Malfunction Junction area, it's going to be light to moderate rain that's going to impact your drive home. And I just checked on the traffic, ALDOT traffic website, and there's a lot of wrecks that are out there right now and around the Birmingham area, so please make sure that you take it extra easy. And as you can see right now, the Birmingham International Airport is checking in at 75 degrees and the winds are calm right now. Now let's go a little bit further off to the northwest and check on our friends for Fayette and northern Tuscaloosa County. Also over here towards the Lamar County area, a lot of heavy rain and moderate rain is falling right now, and there's a flash flood warning that does include the Berry area up here just off to the southeast of Fayette for another 46 minutes for the possibility of flooding. Between 2 to 4 inches of rain has already fallen, and another 1 to 2 inches of rain is very possible within the next hour or so. So once again, this is a flash flood warning that includes Berry, Bankston, Bowley Springs, Ashcraft Corner, New Lexington, the Fayette County Public Lake, and of course Stonewall in northern Tuscaloosa and southern Fayette County. Now, if you're traveling home along the 17 corridor in between Sulligent and Vernon, you're going to actually pick up a lot of heavier rain. As you can see, there are reds and yellows and oranges on the screen. Those usually produce a lot of heavy rain and a lot of lightning. So if you're traveling along the 278 corridor, or if you're traveling along the 17 corridor, you need to go ahead and just use extra time for your drive home this afternoon and this evening. Now let's go a little bit further off to the north and check on our friends near the I-22 corridor, and it's going to be a pretty wet drive home for you in between Fulton, Mississippi and Hamilton. And there is going to be some heavy storms, and I'm getting concerned about this storm right here because this does look a little suspicious. So let me... Good. Okay, I'm not seeing any signs of rotation with that storm, which is good. And if you watched me yesterday, we did have a rogue tornado warning for Limestone County yesterday. So I always like to go on ahead and check out the velocity on all of these storms. So there's no potential of a tornado right now with this storm across northern Mississippi, and that is good because that would track into Lamar and possibly even Fayette County a little bit later on, but I'm going to keep my eye on that as it moves down towards the Amory, Mississippi area and then gets over here into Lamar County at all. But right now, let's go on ahead and talk about your drive home forecast. And as you can see, there are showers and thunderstorms south of Russellville right now. And this is in between the Haleyville and Russellville, Alabama area near the Phil Campbell area. And that is some very heavy rain that is basically sitting right over the county seat of Phil Campbell up there in northern Alabama. So once again, it is going to be a wet drive home for a lot of you up here across the northwestern portions of Alabama. And as you can see, it's going to be a wet drive home for you as well in the Florence area, because as you can see up there, there are showers and thunderstorms in between Florence and the Tennessee state line, and they are trying to move themselves down into the city of Florence, also over towards the Killen, Alabama area. So if you're up here close to the Cloverdale area along 17 or along the 72 corridor, just note that it's going to be a wet drive home for you with showers and thunderstorms off to your north. Now let's take a look over here towards the northeastern Alabama area and check on our friends towards the Huntsville and Hazel Green area, and not much is going on in the northeastern portions of Alabama right now. All is dry around Athens, Hazel Green, and Huntsville this afternoon, so it's going to be a dry drive home for you. And you can also see that up here towards Fort Payne and Scottsboro, it's the same thing. It is all dry for your drive home as well. Now we get down here into East Alabama, and basically the light rain that extends from Birmingham, it extends all the way over here to Jacksonville. So if you're traveling along the 431 corridor or the 21 corridor north of Oxford or Anniston, just know that it's going to be a wet drive home for you. And this also could impact your drive home along the 20 corridor near Pell City and Riverside, Alabama. And once again, there is a flash flood warning for another 26 minutes for Far East Alabama. And this does include Calhoun and Cleburne County until 4:30 for 2 to 3 inches of rain that's already fallen, and 1 to 2 inches of rain is possible within the warning area. And now let's go a little bit further off to the south and check on our friends down here in the Montgomery metro area and, of course, the Wetumpka area. And it is going to be a nasty drive home for you, especially if you are over here towards the Prattville area or traveling from Montgomery up the Highway 82 corridor. It is going to be an absolute nightmare for you guys, because this is a pretty nasty storm that is putting down a lot of heavy rain, and this storm is moving towards the I-65 corridor, which is going to be north of Montgomery and in between Calera and Millbrook right now. Good news is I don't see any signs of rotation with this, so that is the good news, that it's just basically going to be a lot of heavy rain and lightning. Now, it's going to be dry on your drive home if you're over here towards the Tuskegee or Auburn area. However, there are a couple of storms up here that are trying to get going between the Opelika and Salem area. So if you're between Opelika and Salem, just note that there could be a couple of thunderstorms that do develop over here on your drive home. And I can't rule out the possibility of seeing a couple of showers and thunderstorms for Auburn and Opelika as well along the 85 corridor down there. And once again, there is your rain and thunderstorms that are exiting out of Wetumpka. However, there are still wet roads down there along the 231 corridor down here in between Wetumpka and Montgomery, so just be extra careful out there. And note that there are other storms off to your south and to your west that are trying to build into the Wetumpka, Alabama area, so it is going to be a nasty drive home for you guys anywhere in and around the Montgomery metro area. Also, the Wetumpka or Prattville, Alabama area as well. Now let's move a little bit further off to the south and check on our friends down here along the Highway 84 corridor, basically from Andalusia, Enterprise, Dothan, and Opp. And as you can see, this part of the state is absolutely baking right now, as Andalusia is coming in at 97 degrees right now. And this is coming in between Andalusia and Babby, Alabama, and also down here towards the Opp area. And there are just a couple of showers, so there's an isolated chance that you could impact a shower or thunderstorm going home along the 84 corridor, but that's not likely. Once again, there are a couple of thunderstorms down here and showers along the 84 corridor in between Evergreen and Andalusia. But both of those are basically sitting over the same area, and as you can see, they're just building on along, trying to build towards the 84 corridor down there in far southern Alabama. And one more stop, I cannot forget my friends down here in southwest Alabama, and there are a couple of showers and thunderstorms on the northern side of Highway 59 and on the northern side of Interstate 65 north of Ardmore, Alabama, and over here towards the Booneville, Alabama area next to the Huxford, Alabama area, and these are trying to move up here towards the Monroeville, Alabama area. Other showers and thunderstorms are just off to the east of Bay Minette along the 112 corridor, so take it extra easy out there if you're traveling along there. And of course down here on the beautiful beaches of the Alabama Gulf Coast, as we saw there early in the video, all is dry along the beautiful Alabama beaches from Fort Morgan all the way over to Perdido Key in Florida. So right now all is dry, and Mobile, all is dry for you as well. So it's going to be a dry drive home for you in the Mobile metro area, which is a good thing. Guys, I hope that y'all have a great rest of your evening and a great day tomorrow. And I will be right back here on social media providing you guys with the latest weather information by the time we get into the day tomorrow. I will see you guys on Friday. Have a good evening, and as always,